Alrighty, welcome back. Last time we fought Titania, then came back here to the Crystarium, and Emmett Selk showed up and said he doesn't want to kill us right away. He'd like to try to find some common ground. And now we're gonna go try to find Y'shtola. And to do that, we are going to Fort Job to meet with Oriange to find a thing in a church to take to Y'shtola as a present. Where you at, Oriange? Here amidst the ruins we find the Church of the First Light, and within that hallowed hall the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick, swift, something like that. A little faith. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites served not as man's final bastion, but as a testament to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood with its inexorable tides would drown nigh everyone, and did all but put an end to the religion as a whole. For the creatures which then did rise from that fulgent deluge were seen as agents of divine punishment, sent to devour sin and sinner both, whence came the name of Sin-Eater. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their god. Yet, where there is light, there hath ever been shade, and 'twas in the dark they sought solace. The most devout of these worshippers of shadow did then migrate to Raktika Greatwood, but that is a tale for another time. For now, let us find what remaineth of the chapel here. Okay. It's over here somewheres. Is it over here, Thancred? Oh, you found some stairs, huh? Ooh, fancy blue fire. Aye, this is indeed the church we seek. It's surprisingly intact. What little is left of the church as I've seen until now has always borne the scars of decades of disuse. Its subterranean construction hath done much to protect the hall from the ravages of time, yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. As faith in the light did wane, so rose reverence for the dark, and its followers did want for places of worship. To be plain, the standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built them, but to the worshippers of the dark, the knights blessed, who subsequently migrated to Raktika, yes? Indeed, 'twas beneath the shaded boughs of the Raktika Greatwood that they finally found sanctuary. Often, many times, did Yulmore make spurious overtures of friendship unto them, but they are no fools. The Exarch knoweth full well that Y'shtola, in her seclusion, doth labor to learn all she may of the blessed and their past. 'Tis why he sent us here, I now see. The tablet of which he spoke no doubt provideth a glimpse into the history that she so yearneth to comprehend. Well then, we'd better hurry up and find it. Oh, another destination. It's right there. Found it. Hey, Ryanje, I found your tablet. Within the altar, thou sayest. I sayest indeed. Naught escapeth thine eye, 'twould seem. This is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious, these engravings predate the Knights Blessed. If I am not mistaken, they are writ in the script of the ancient empire of Ronka, whose capital once stood in the midst of what is now Raktika. 'Twill be no small matter to decipher them. A fine gift for our seeker of truth. 'Tis plain the Exarch understandeth Y'shtola only too well. But come, let us quit this place and make ready for our journey into the woods. Into the dark. Ere we depart, there is a custom of the Knights Blessed which I feel compelled to elucidate. As one might expect, they deem light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus do they take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is the belief of the blessed that one's own name must ne'er be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. Thus do parents protect their children, and in rare cases masters their disciples. So it is that Y'shtola hath taken the name of Master Matoya. Lest we offend them, I bid you speak not her true name in the Blessed's presence. With that in mind, let us speak with the guard who keepeth vigil at the Great Wood's border. Okay. Let's do that. Hi, guard. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? We're going into the Great Wood. Yes, of course. Right this way.
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow. And so he braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
Oh.
We have arrived. Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
Oh, hi, Emet.
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule! Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows? Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
No, I think not. I am an observer, nothing more. Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
Oriange, what have you to say? 'Tis plain our Asian counterpart meaneth to follow wheresoever we lead. Were it otherwise, he would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. Verily, it pervadeth every corner, and so long as the light warden remaineth, the sin-eaters shall be free to prey upon these lands without surcease. If naught is done, 'tis but a matter of time before the blessings come. 2 years past, a swarm of sin-eaters did lay waste unto their largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in so doing. Though some few did survive, they knew not how to go on, wayward souls and want a guiding hand. For a mercy, Y'shtola hath provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and thither shall we bend our steps to Fort Gold. Okay. Let's go there. Destination.
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction. Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Now! Surround them!
What?
These Sin-Eaters, they're not like the others.
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak? It's a Sin-Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
Okay. Kupo?
That will seem a lot less amusing when we are forced to kill them.
Thanks, Thinker.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives. You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so, I retire to the shade. Good luck.
Thanks.
There! Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La-hee.
Enough. Runard, report.
Master Matoya!
Y'shtola. She's got a new outfit.
We apprehended them as you ordered, but... Are you certain these are Sin-Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company, the one I know not. There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
Oh, damn.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though she is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but 2 Light Wardens have already perished by her most puissant hand.
My what?
It cannot be.
You truly thought I was a Sin Eater?
Master Matoya?
Lower your weapons. Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
Yay. I guess that's the problem when Y'shtola can't see with her actual eyes and can only see people by their ether. And, you know, we've absorbed all that light from those 2 Light Wardens. Hey, Y'shtola. You have been busy since arriving in the First, I gather. But I would hear the tale of your travails in more suitable surroundings. With Fort Gone yet to be rebuilt, the Knights Blessed have made their home in a settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate, and you will find me soon enough. Alright. Big trees. Almost there. I went on foot so you could hear the music a little bit. There you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the Twelves would, this forest is a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed. They got candles in the cave walls. Their very own etherite.
Slitherbow is the largest of the blessed settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood. I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are simple people. Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come.
Okay. She's got her own cave, just like the real Master Matoya.
I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika.
Yep.
In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own. My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I've come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape. Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Oh.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet, I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city?
Okay.
Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Stola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd. But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
Ouch.
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
He understands that I'm not the same, that I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will.
Oh.
And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
Right. Y'shtola's leaning into Master Matoya's mean streak, I see. A day in the neighborhood. I am not indifferent to Thancred's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has ever been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. Though it hardens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. I can but imagine how Alize and Alphinaud have changed since arriving here in the first. I'm not going to say the mean thing. Change is part of life. We can but hope it's changed for the better. You're right, and after my untoward remarks to Thancred, no doubt he thinks I changed for the worst. I will have to speak with him later. Ahem. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering this tablet. Excuse me, tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Slitherbow. If there is anything you need, pray speak with Runar at the plaza. Okay. Is this the way out? Yes. Hello, Runar. Welcome, friend. Welcome. My apologies for our less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? From the Crystarium, I see. And this tablet you brought may help us find the Light Warden here in Raktika. Well, you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Would it be alright if I joined you? Of course, of course. Anything for the guests of our dear Master Matoya. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knights Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may well have all perished in the great fire. With our priests slain and our home in ruins, we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance, we were able to rebuild. Before long, she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within whose shadow many have come to find solace. That is not to say there were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is the smile in her eyes when she speaks of the sunless sea. I feel whole again. Now that she is with us, I have no doubt the others feel the same. She is as much a part of the Knights Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in service to the Dark. But you did not hear this from me, yes? Now, you should know there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to so long as they reside within Slitherbow. To show reverence to the Dark. In a word, yes. But fear not, it is not too involved. Let us begin with something simple. Follow me. Where you at? In here. Hello, Runar. That's Minfilia. Runar, should you see any of our people come to this chamber, they have likely returned from a journey beyond the borders of Raktika. We use the water stored here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. A simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but it is one of our most important. Would you two kneel for just a moment, that I might rid you of the light's impurity? Okay. Emote. Kneel. Splish. As Runar lightly sprays you with water, your skin begins to tingle. What's in the water? Was it in the big mugs? And with that, you have been cleansed of the light's blighted touch. How do you feel? I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way? Only blessed by our priests. They are practiced in the arcane arts. As such, it is said their prayers imbue the water with a faint dark energy. A prickling sensation. No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before. I wouldn't say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange. The dark aspect of this water should have no discernible effect, unless... By the gods, Master Matoya was right. You are sin-eaters. I jest. What you felt was likely no more than the chill of the water. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbound. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alin Tuta. In the language of Ronka, it was one of several ways one might say good evening. The world is not as safe as it once was, and this greeting lets us quickly discern friend from foe. Is there a handshake or gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone. You need not worry. Merely speak the words Alin Tuta, and they will know you as friends of the blessed. I will await your return here. Now go. They are like to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. Okay. Who are we going to say hello to? Just people in general. You there. Alin Tuta. Someone over here. In this cave, mayhap. Yes? Alin Tuta. Ah, a newly come traveler, Alin C, and welcome to Slitherbound. You must forgive us if we seem strangely reserved. We are a quiet and taciturn people. Silent and serene as the sunless sea, the quiet makes it easy to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the woods. What's going on down there? Is that kid playing hopscotch? Without a hopscotch board? One more person to say Alin Tuta to. Alan Duda. Alan Chassi, welcome, friend. I take it you will remain in these woods for some time, yes? Be wary of these woods. You will find poison in near everything you see. But fear not, our medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask, and it is yours. Okay. Back to Minfilia, I suppose. Jump, jump, jump. I don't know if jumping makes you faster. It feels faster. Everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but already I'm starting to feel at home. There's still much I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will is nothing short of inspiring. I can see now why they've built such a thriving community. Runar, a helping hand. Ah, you are returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It has been too long since we have had visitors. And remember, if you have questions or there is anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. Okay. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodgings for your stay. As friends of Master Matoya, we cannot ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand, it would be my pleasure. We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. The task I have in mind is simple enough. All I ask is that you take a jug and water the crops in the square. May I help too? Of course. One of you can do the filling and the other the watering. Speak with Ursabel when you've finished. She will be relieved to hear the crops have been tended to. While you take care of that, I will see to your room and a warm meal. Right then, I'll fill in you water. This was the only jug I could find, which was small enough to lift, but I'm afraid there's a crack in the bottom. You need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out. It just means I have a time limit on this jug I'm carrying. A jug I can't see past. Now I gotta go do it again. Bloop. Was there enough water for the plot? Nope, need one more. Only half. I see. Well, let me fill the jug for you. This time I have even less time to do it. I have watered the cabbages. Hello, Ursabel. Alan Tuda. Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you need of something? We watered your plants. You watered the crops. Oh, my apologies for not noticing sooner. I've been rather distracted of late. Watering crops was always Taudia's duty, but she is no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything else we can do to help? We could plant something if you like. There is no need. The plot is small, it is true, but it provides us with enough to survive. We ask for no more. I don't know how you manage. Have the Blessed not considered leaving? Life would surely be easier almost anywhere else. I can understand why you might say that, but the easiest path is not always the right one. Tell me, do you know our history? How our faith came to be? Yes, I believe so. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who lost their homes in the wake of the flood. What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community, which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Raktika Greatwood. I see you have read your history, but there is a history that is told, and one that is lived. Like so many in those times, the first of the Knights Blessed lost everything. Their homes, their loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those lost in the flood when their bodies were reborn as sin-eaters. The people were without answers, without hope, their gods having drowned along with everything else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. But soon they realized that where there is light, there must be darkness. And in that truth they found new faith, a belief that the souls of the departed could yet find peace beyond these burning skies in the sunless sea above. That is why we pray for the safe passage of wayward souls unto that blessed black abyss, for the return of the night, for that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remain in these woods for the selfsame reason our founders first chose them, that we may lead lives of simplicity, with the shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. So many seeking paradise in Yulmore, it's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. You are kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, and so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldly possessions. In such times as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy they have left us. This we must do for them, our children, and generations yet unborn. To keep their legacy alive. Dun, 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 dun. Who's got my next quest? Runar. Hi. Lost but not forgotten. Done tending crops already? Yes. Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready. Runar! In the woods, sin-eaters. I fear they may have the touch. Where? In the grove to the southwest. For mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Slitherbow. Then we have no need to engage them. Inform the guards that no one is to set foot outside the village until they have moved on. But sir, what of Todia's Heartstone? It must be retrieved before the service. Of all the times for sin-eaters to appear. Are you just going to leave them alone? Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beasts down. But if they indeed have the touch, we will not risk them corrupting one of our own. What was it you said about a stone? A few days past, Tadia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, and in our haste we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her heartstone. All of the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It is custom to present the heartstone of the deceased at the funeral, as an offering to the heavens. But now... What if I could find it for you? I have experience fighting Sin Eaters, and the Light's corruption does not touch me like it does others. Master Matoya called you Minfilia, did she not? Are you truly the Minfilia, descended from the Oracle? Yes. Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the Blessed. I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need and I can help. Please, let me do this. Very well, but if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service. I nearly forgot about Thancred. What if he returns before I do? Don't worry, I'll come with you. Thank you. With you at my side, I'm certain we can deal with them in no time at all. Go swiftly, and may the shadows keep you both. Alright. Where'd you go, Minfilia? Looking for the Sin Eaters. Do you see them, Minfilia? There! The Sin Eaters! It's one of those ones. Two of those ones. I was hoping there would be only one. There's no way we could search for the stone without dealing with them first. Let's get to it then. What? Shouldn't we make a plan first? Though there are only two. I'll draw one of them away. You can deal with the other. Plans. Do I look like the kind of person who makes plans? Or, to quote The Dark Knight, do I look like the kind of guy who has a plan? Take that. Ha! That's for Tesleen. Even though I already killed the one that did that to Tesleen. Oh, you killed yours too. Oscar, there you are. It's done. I fear I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise. You okay? I'm fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find that Heartstone. They said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the brush. They've given us a whole big circle of forest floor to search for a necklace. Pile of leaves. Is it in this pile of leaves? No. Is it over here? No. If I were a Heartstone, where would I be? Here's another pile of leaves. Perhaps it's in this one. We found it. Did you have any luck? Yes. It's beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Frank had always said you were a woman of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. I have much to learn if I'm to be even half the hero you are. The hero she was. Ah, I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. We should hurry back to Slitherbow. Runar and the others are probably worried. Alright. Thank goodness you are safe. I had begun to fear the worst. By all that is dark, you found it. We can proceed with her service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits unto the sunless sea in the hereafter. Even should we be felled by the Sin-Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured peace in the dark. Alright. So, that seems like a good place to stop for now, and we'll pick it back up in the next one.